Iya, kung sa mga saman ako, and will be no matter. Gana po.
It's already 1:05, so I think we can start. So, good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you, our partners in the Socioeconomic Research Portal for the Philippines project, or SERP-P. On behalf of Dr. Celia Reyes, the president of PIDS and the entire institute, I am delighted that you accepted our invitation to this biennial meeting. I am Sheila CR. I'm the manager of the SERP-P project, and also I also lead the knowledge dissemination program of PIDS. So every 2 years, PIDS gathers all the SERP-P partners to review the progress of SERP-P and plan for ways forward. This biennial meeting also aims to strengthen the partnership among the partner institutions comprising the SERP-P network. Since SERP-P started 21 years ago, we have had 5th meeting so far. And our activity today marks our network's 6th biennial meeting in 21 years. And we look forward to more frequent interactions in the coming months and years now that we have found a more accessible, a more inexpensive tool to communicate with one another, which is through virtual means. So we have prepared an interactive program this afternoon consisting of a brainstorming workshop. So you can share your inputs on how we can further enhance the portal and strengthen our network and promote less noise and more facts, and how to enhance in information delivery, information dissemination for a better normal, which is the theme of our 6th biennial meeting. We will also have the virtual signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between PIDS and our newest SERP-P partner, NEDA Mimaropa, and we will also recognize our most active partners in 2019 to 2020. Okay, so out of 54 partner institutions, 43 confirmed to attend, if I am not mistaken. 43, which is quite a large number, no? And I look forward to really engaging biennial meeting, a really engaging interaction this afternoon. So to kick off our meeting, I now give the floor to our SERP-P coordinator, Mr. Ezekiel Nicomedes, for the introduction of our SERP-P partner institutions. Zeki?
Thank you, Ms. Sheila. Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. I would like to introduce myself. I am Ezekiel Nicomedes, or Zeki nga, tawag nila. So allow me to introduce and acknowledge our SERP-P partner institution na nagsusustain ng ating network, no? So I will call each partner institution, and then may I request po to open the camera pag tinawag po ang pangalan, and then just state your name and your position and also your colleagues.
Zeki,
yes,
if I may if I may cut you, baka pwedeng tanggalin natin yung naka-share sa screen para mas makita ng lahat yung as they introduce themselves, no?
Okay, sure.
For now, yes. Okay.
Okay, ayan po. So, you'll just turn on your camera and then check your microphone just to give you introduction lang kung sino po yung kasama natin ngayon. And then, this is also to prepare us kasi after this, we will have a photo opportunity. So, let us check our camera. Okay, I will start with action for economic reforms. We have here is Sir Odi. Good afternoon, sir. Sir Odi.
Baka wala pa siya?
Andito na
Nandiyan
po
na ba
siya.
siya?
Yes po. I think still figuring out kung paano
Oo. Perhaps we can go back to
Yes.
Sir
Mm.
Odi.
Ayan po. Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Ayun, sir.
I'm
Okay.
Audi Gulikino, PUP College Professor.
Thank you, sir. And now let's move to from the Agricultural Credit and Policy Council. Nandito po ba si Miss Emmeline?
Ay, good afternoon. Nandito po ba ako?
Yes po, ma'am.
Ayan, hello, kasama ko po si Ma'am Emeline Ginto, pero later po siya magjo-join. Ako po si Maia Gapud, Information Officer from the DA Agricultural Credit Policy Council. So, attached agency po kami ng DA. Ayan, thank you.
Maraming salamat, Miss Maya. Ngayon, from the AIM Rizalino S. Navarro Policy Center for Competitiveness. Sir Matt? Nandiyan ba si Sir Matt? Okay. So, since hindi pa siya nag-reply, move po tayo sa susunod na partner institution. From the Ateneo School of Government, we have here Miss Ivy.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, ma'am. From the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, we have here Miss Pamela. Good afternoon, Miss Pam.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Pamela Pataksil. Sorry, hindi yata mag-on yung video ko.
Yes po, okay lang po.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pamela Pataksil, Bank Officer 2 from ESP Research Academy, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Thank you, Miss Pam. From Bureau of Customs, we have here Sir Francis. Good afternoon, Sir Francis.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm sorry, medyo nagloloko yung camera ko. I am Francis Aquino, Information Systems Analyst of the Management Information Services and Technology Group of the Bureau of Customs. Magandang hapon po sa lahat.
Thank you. From the Central Luzon State University, Miss Princess or Miss Zerly.
Hello, can you hear me
Good
po?
afternoon. Yes po.
Hello, I'm Princess RKA Polo from Central Luzon State University. I'm an administrator in the University Research Center of our university, and I'm with Miss Maria Ina de Manalastas, one of our instructor. Also, our staff from University Library, Mr. Julius Bradasa. Also with us is my colleague, Miss Shirley D.C. Garcia. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon po. From the Congressional Policy and Budget Research Department, Sir Novel or Sir Tommy. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Sorry, I don't have my video. I'll just have to fix it later. I'm Executive Director Novel Bangsal from the Congressional Planning Policy and Budget Research Department. I'm with Mr. Byron Biseño and Tom Lagasca. Thank you for this opportunity for engaging our partners in the SERP-P Network Portal. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Okay po. From the Department of Labor and Employment, Institute for Labor Studies, we have Sir Bernard. Good afternoon, sir. Sir Bernard.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
po.
all right. Hello, I am Bernard from the Institute for Labor Studies of the Department of Labor and Employment.
Thank you po. From the GIZ, we have here Sir Mark Diaz. Good afternoon, Sir Mark. I think he's not yet here, no? So let's move to from the Development Academy of the Philippines. We have here Attorney Remus. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Attorney Remus Romano Reyes, from Director of Research and Development of the Academy of the
Thank you, sir. From the DLSU Angelo King Institute for Economic and Business Studies, we have here Ms. Rapada. Good afternoon, ma'am. Okay, wala po tayo natang response. Let's move to, from the DLSU Jesse M. Robredo Institute of Governance, we have here Dr. Ador and Sir Ian. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Ian here sa De La Salle University, Jesse M. Robredo Institute of Governance.
Good afternoon, sir. From the DLSU Social Development Research Center, good afternoon, ma'am. Miss Domingo, Miss Cathy.
Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yes, I can hear you.
Good afternoon. I'm Catherine Domingo from De La Salle University Social Development Research Center. Thank you. Good afternoon.
From the DLSU University Research Coordination Office, we have here Miss Cherry. Good afternoon, Miss Cherry.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Cherry De Los Santos. I'm with Miss Nelly Ann Cruz for University Research Coordination Office of De La Salle University. Thank you.
Thank you. We have here from the Foreign Service Institute, we have here Sir Katigbak. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, this is Jovito Katigbak from FSI. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you po. And from the Mariano Marcos State University, we have here Miss Virginia. Good afternoon, Miss Virginia. Let's move to from Mindanao Development Authority. We have here Miss Sheila. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sheikh Almasa from the Policy Formulation Division, and with me is Ms. Roxy Ramos, our librarian, and both of us are representing the Mindanao Development of Level C.
Thank you, ma'am. We have here from the National Economic and Development Authority, Caraga Region, Ms. Amethyst and Ms. Rhea. Good afternoon, ma'am. From Nedami Maropa, we have here Sir Bernard and Sir Genmar. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Mr. Ezekiel. ARD Bernard Atienza will join us in a while. This is Kim Lineses, and I'm joined with Mr. Genmar Baha from Nedami Maropa. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. From NEDA Region 1, we have here Miss Maria Cristina. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon po. I'm Cristina Carino, and with me is our OIC Chief of the Development Research Communication and Advocacy Division. We have Sir Ednor Frenon Perez. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We have here from National Economic and Development Authority, Region 3, Sir Eman.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon po. Emmanuel Porzuelo from NEDA Region 3.
Thank you. From NEDA Region 6, we have here Miss Christine.
Hi, maayong hapon. I'm Tin Gaitana from NEDA Region 6, Western Visayas. With me is Ronnie Di Monteverde. We're both from Development Research Division.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone.
From NEDA Region 8, we have here Miss Serena. Good afternoon, ma'am. Okay. From NEDA Region 11, we have here Miss Lalaine and Sir Jaime. Good afternoon, sir and ma'am.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Good afternoon, sir and madam. I am Ms. Lalaine Sahelan from the Development Research Division, NEDA 11, Davao Region, and with me is Mr. Sir Jim Malyare, also of the Development Research Division. Thank you.
Thank you po. From NEDA Region 12, we have here Miss Evie. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Evie Cabulanan, Senior Economic Development Specialist of NEDA 12. Good afternoon po.
We have here from Palawan State University, Miss Joyce. Good afternoon, ma'am. Okay, wala pa po yata siya. Let's move to from the
Hello, good
Philippine
afternoon,
Council.
ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Joyce Bansuelo from Palawan State University main campus po.
Hey, ma'am. From the Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resource Research and Development, we have here Dr. Richard. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Ayun po. Let's move to Philippine Exporters Confederation. We have here Miss Dina and Miss Vidanes. Good afternoon, ma'am. Now let's move to CMEO Regional Center for Educational Innovation and Technology, or CMEO Inotech. We have here Sir Jellico. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jellico Angela Riscado. I'm here with Miss Alexia Geronimo. We're from the CMEO Inotech and under the Information Management Unit. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. From the Silliman University, we have here Miss Sir Enrique Oracion. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ike Oracion from Silliman University, Research Director dito po sa Dumaguete City po.
From the Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research, we have here Sir Nelson. Good afternoon, sir, from CR.
Hey, good afternoon po, everyone. Hello po. So, my name is Nelson Atras Valles from CIRCA, or Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research in Agriculture. So, kasama ko po dito from CIRCA is the head po ng AKRU, or Applied Knowledge Resources Unit, Miss Sir Bimbo or Benedict Bimbo Hoyano, and also from the Research and Thought Leadership Department, Mr. Jerome, and also with the same unit, which is AKRU, si Miss Mina Talatala po.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon po.
Glad to be here.
From St. Paul University of the Philippines, we have here Miss Rosalinda. Good afternoon, ma'am. I think she's having problem po sa audio. Okay. So, good afternoon, Miss Rosalinda. Medyo may problema lang po yata tayo sa audio. So, let's move on. From University of San Carlos, we have here Miss Cabaron.
Yes, good afternoon. Maxi Doreen Cabaron, University of San Carlos, Cebu City.
From the UST Research Center for Social Sciences and Education, we have here Sir Ronaldo. Good afternoon, sir. Uyata si sir. From the UP Center for Integrative and Development Studies, we have here Sir Joseph. Good afternoon, Sir Joseph.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Joseph Cruzado from the UP Center for Integrative and Development Studies. So I'm representing UPCIDS, and I'm also representing our library. So I'm also the librarian of UPCIDS. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. From the UP School of Urban and Regional Planning, we have here Miss April. Okay, from UPLB College of Development Communication, we have here Concepcion Saul. Good afternoon po. Okay. And lastly, from the World Bank, we have here Sir David and Miss Stephanie. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Ann Margallo. It's nice to see familiar faces from the Knowledge from Development community. Thank you for inviting us. It's just Dave. Dave isn't around right now. He's taking care of some stuff. But thank you for having us, and it's nice to see everyone.
Thank you, Miss Steph. May I request everyone to please turn on your camera because we will have a photo opportunity po. So, Gwen?
Hi, Zeki. Thank you. Okay, yeah, medyo madami-dami tayo ngayon, so medyo maraming batches. Hintayin lang natin yung iba na mag-turn on ng videos nila. Okay, let me just check.
Sir Ezekiel, I also would like to acknowledge, kasama ko po dito si Miss Connie po, Connie Maraan. Dalawa po kaming representative ng SDRs. Thank
Okay
you.
po. Okay po.
All right. Yeah, okay. Please put on your best smile po. Medyo marami-rami po ito. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then second batch. Smile lang po tayo ulit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Another batch. Yeah. Just waiting for. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And another batch. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. I think that's the final batch. Thank you, Zeki.
Thank you, Gwen. So, we will send a copy of the photos after this meeting, maybe next week po. Thank you everyone for participating sa ating photo opportunity and also introducing yourselves and from what organization. Ms. Sheila?
Thank you very much, Zeki. Our meeting today will not be complete without the presence of our very supportive president, Dr. Celia Reyes. Ma'am Cel, would you like to say something before we go to the items in our agenda? Mamimiss ka namin, ma'am. Ma'am, audio po nyo. Please check your audio. It's not working. Ma'am, your audio is not working. Okay. We'll hear from Ma'am Cel later on. She will be with us during the entire duration of our meeting. We will hear from her. Okay. So at this point, friends, let me provide you with a brief report of our accomplishments, okay, for the last 2 years, including the challenges that we encountered. So, and in case you have questions while I am doing the presentation, feel free to type them in the chat box and we will answer them after the presentation. So let me share my screen. Okay. Zeki, is it okay? Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this will be brief, no? Okay, so this accomplishment report, friends, is from January 19. Supposedly, it's from January 2019 to June to December 2020, no? Kasi ang ating biennial meeting is every 2 years. However, we also added June 2021 or the first semester of 2021. Originally, the plan was to hold this biennial meeting last year, okay, because the last one was in December 2018. However, because we were in the middle of a a pandemic, and until now, nasa pandemic pa rin tayo, and medyo it was difficult for us last year to convene everyone. We are holding this meeting this year. Okay, so let's just look back on what happened during our 5th biennial meeting. So as you can, this photo was taken in December 2018. So it was a well-attended meeting, no? And as you can see at the time, there were no problems yet of face-to-face interaction. Magkakasama pa tayo sa isang kwarto. Okay, so eto yung mga nakuha naming suggestions on ways forward, okay? Because every 2 years, what we do is we ask the members, the partners, on yung kanilang mga inputs kung paano pa natin ma-enhance ang ating network. Okay, so on how to enhance the SERP-P database, there was a suggestion to produce an information kit with a guide on how to navigate the content management system. We have done this. An information e-kit was emailed to all SERP-P partner institutions. Okay. The second one was to improve the search filtering feature of the website. We park this for now because we deem that the current search filtering feature is still okay. However, we will do our best to improve the search filtering feature of our website in 2022 when we do the redesign of the entire website, entire SERP-P website. There was also a suggestion to improve the website analytics. We very much welcome this suggestion, and this will be part also of the future redesign of SERP-P to be conducted next year. Okay, so ang gagawin natin is to include citation monitoring for each publication. So parang similar ito sa yung nakikita nyo sa RepTech or sa Google Analytics, wherein you'll be able to see how many times your publication was cited and in which publication and who cited it. Okay. Number 4, provide a comment section or suggestion box for each material where users can post their feedback. We will implement this in 2022 when we redesign the website, and then creating a SERP-P mobile application. This will also be conducted in 2022. Okay. How to encourage more people to use SERP-P? Continue using social media. That was one of the suggestions. This is an ongoing activity. Encourage partner institutions to promote SERP-P and their respective institutions and networks. We are also doing this. And from the PIDS team, we have an additional suggestion which we already implemented, and that is producing promotional materials on SERP-P. So what we did was to produce a SERP-P audio-visual presentation, or AVP. And if you have been attending or watching our PIDS webinars, this AVP is being played in all PIDS public seminars, and this AVP is also available on the SERP-P website and on the SERP-P Facebook page. Okay, how to strengthen the partnership? You gave the suggestion of creating a Facebook group or FB group for more regular and frequent communication. We did this in 2019. We created an FB group, but right now it still has a few members. So what we will do is to reactivate this virtual group, and we will engage all of you. Invite all of you to be part of this FB group. And number 2, hold the SERP-P meeting annually instead of every 2 years, with the hosting of the venue to be rotated among the partner institutions. Ito yung isa sa mga suggestions naming nakuha noong 2018. So, kaya lang pinark namin ito for the meantime due to the pandemic. So this is for implementation. It would really be nice. It would be nice really to, to have more constant interaction. So either we do this virtually, as I've said earlier when I opened the meeting, this is, virtual meetings are a very good way to interact more frequently. It's also less expensive because yung mga biennial meetings natin, for your information, yung mga taga regions, taga provinces, what we do is we invite them to Manila usually, para maka-attend sila ng ating meeting. Okay? Hold joint projects and activities. This is also for implementation, and we would appreciate your suggestions during the workshop on what on the possible projects and activities which we can hold jointly. Okay, so let us look at the growth of SERP-P from the previous years. So in 2000, when we started, we only had more than 2,000 materials and 19 member institutions. Fast forward to 2016, it increased to more than 5,000 and 52 member institutions. 2018, we had more than 6,500 materials, but still with 52 member institutions. And then 2021, as of June 30, we now have more than 7,000 materials and 54 member institutions, the latest of which to partner with us are the De La Salle University Jesse M. Robredo Institute of Governance, or DLSU JRIG, and the Development Academy of the Philippines. Today, magiging na po tayong 55 with the inclusion of a new member, which is Neda Mimaropa. Okay? Major challenges. The major challenges remain this yung low participation po of some of our member institutions. We still encounter these problems, and also which we think is can be linked to low awareness of the benefits of SERP-P. Okay. What have been the interventions that we've conducted so far to address that problem? So yung pong SERP-P reorientation, we started this strategy in 2018 by visiting inactive partners. Okay? Not just inactive partners, but also those with new SERP-P coordinators and those that requested for an orientation. One thing that we realize is that yung sustenance or yung sustainability ng participation ng mga member institutions sa SERP-P, minsan nakaka-affect yung change of coordinator, no? So minsan hindi properly na nata-transfer yung responsibility sa new members. Kaya natitigil din yung partners na mag-continuously participate sa SERP-P. Okay? So with this reorientation meetings are intended para ma-orient yung mga new coordinators, yun nga, ma-encourage din yung mga inactive partners. And when the pandemic ensued, what we did was to resort to virtual orientations. So, noong 2019, we conducted a number of face-to-face sessions or face-to-face reorientation meetings, no? So, during that time, ang kasama ko pa ay si Jachin Abirilia, the previous SERP-P coordinator. So, nag-visit kami sa UP SERP, University of San Carlos, Siliman, PUP, National Tax Research Center, and the UP National Center for Transportation Studies. Okay. And then, last 2020, unfortunately, because of the effects of, oh, sorry, what did I do? Okay. Let me fix my, okay. Zeki, can you see the screen?
Yes,
okay
ma'am.
lang ba? Oo.
Yes po.
Okay. So, in 2020, noong 2020, medyo natigil yung ating mga reorientation meetings. Kasi nga, we were still adjusting at the time, and around September, nawala yung aking SERP coordinator, and it took us around 7 months to find a new one until dumating sa ZECI ng April. Okay. So 2021, i-resume natin yung ating mga orientations, but this time, virtual na siya. So we have been very lucky to have gained the support of a number of SERP partners na nag-join or nag-request din ng ating mga virtual reorientation. So we provided reorientations for DAP, for NEDA 6, for NEDA Caraga, ILS, ACPC, ASOG, MMSU, and DSP. Okay. Also, to sustain the membership's interest in SERP-P, and also as a way to promote the portal, we have been regularly producing the SERP-P News. Yung SERP-P News, pinapadala natin ito sa lahat ng mga member institutions. Okay. At they are free to share it with their colleagues and networks. Okay. And then monthly, we also produce a yung tinatawag natin SERP-P Monthly, which we circulate via MailChimp. Ang SERP-P Monthly para siyang short version ng SERP-P News. Okay. Major challenge, another major challenge that we continue to encounter is the low awareness of SERP-P among its intended users. Okay, so our intervention, I think I mentioned this already, we produce a SERP-P APP, and then we always play this sa aming mga public webinars, and this is also available sa ating website and Facebook page. Okay, we also continue to update our SERP-P Facebook page. No, right now, ang maliit pa lang yung ating number of followers, only a little more than 1,000. So we hope that you will help us, increase the following sa ating SERP-P Facebook page. So sana after nito, mag-follow na rin tayo sa ating SERP-P Facebook page. So sa Facebook page natin, we feature your newly uploaded publications. Also, if you have events, pini-feature natin yan. We can also cross-post yung events. Just let us know kung may kailangan kayong tulong sa amin sa pagpo-promote ng inyong mga events. Okay. So, ang maganda naman, nakikita natin na yung web traffic sa ating SERP-P website has been increasing. We have a growing number of daily visitors. In fact, noong 2018, 980 lang. 2019, 1,756. 2020, naging na tayong nearly 3,000. And 2021, we have 4,257. This is the average from January to June 2021. Okay? Okay, so we also introduced a new initiative, and this is the SERP-P Publication Download Survey. So we started this in March 2021, and the objective is to have a profile of SERP-P visitors, no? Particularly those who download our resources and determine the reason for accessing this. And what a visitor will see or will experience is before he or she can download a publication, dapat masagutan muna yung very short questionnaire, no? So, results from this publication survey can help us identify who our audience is and help us come up with more relevant interventions to further promote SERP-P and make this facility more useful to our target audience. Okay? Would like to show you the results. We started this in March, so we have data from March to June 2021, and we had 1,000, a little more than 1,000 downloads so far from 657 SERP-P website visitors. And in terms of their reasons for downloading the publication or kung saan nila gagamitin, most of them will be using it in preparing school curriculum or course, and in writing research studies, projects, developing programs, projects, or services. Okay? So, in terms of age, ang nakita natin was SERP-P, or those who are downloading our publications are, most of them are between 19 to 50 years old. Okay? 66% and 21% respectively, and most of them are female. Okay. And most of them are employed full-time. Okay. And the second the second largest group using our publications is SERP-P are students. So makikita natin ito na ang nare-reach natin mostly talaga with SERP-P ay mga workers, no? Those who are employed full-time at saka mga estudyante, which also corresponds to their reasons for accessing our publications, which is to use sa pag-aaral nila at saka sa trabaho, particularly in developing projects and services, as well as in developing policies. In terms of education, most of them are postgraduate degree holders at saka college graduate. Okay? So another initiative that we started recently is yung audiovisual material section. So now with SERP-P, pwede nyo ma-upload hindi lang mga publications, but also your audiovisual materials. Pwedeng mga podcast, pwedeng AVPs, pwedeng video, no? So all you need to do is use the same CMS, use the same content management system, and there is a new option there that we added. Itong add new AV materials, no? So it's very easy to upload AV materials, just the same as uploading publications. Okay, and our network is growing, as I have mentioned. So early this year, we welcomed the Jesse M. Robredo Institute of Governance, or JRIG, and we also welcomed the AP. And this afternoon, meron tayong addition sa ating growing family, that's NEDA Mimaropa. Okay. So this ends our presentation of SERP-P's accomplishments from January 2019 up to June of 2021. Maraming salamat po, at baka po may mga katanungan kayo before we go to our next item in our agenda.
Sheila, I'm sorry. May naka-miss out lang po ako na partner institution.
Sige, go ahead, Zeki.
I would like to acknowledge the presence po from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. We have here Miss Angelina. Good afternoon, ma'am. And also from the Philippine Statistics Authority, we have here Miss Maria Fe Abalos. So yun po. So allow me to share the next part of our program.
Zeki, at this point, I would like to give the floor to Dr. Reyes. Ma'am Sel? Okay na ata yung audio ni Ma'am Sel? Ma'am Sel? Can you hear me po?
Yes. Hi. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone, and we really appreciate the presence of all our partners here, and we're very glad to see you, although virtually, and we look forward to our continued collaboration. Kahit na pa-retire na ako, I hope that you will extend the same support and cooperation to Sheila's team. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Sel. Matagal ka pa naming makakasama hanggang mamaya pang hapon. And of course, you are very much welcome to join our activities in the future, ma'am, as a guest of honor. Okay, so meron po bang katanungan kayo sa ating accomplishment, sa ating report kanina? Okay. Siguro kung may mga katanungan man ay pwede nating i-entertain yon mamaya. Meron naman tayong time for question and answer. So, friends, now that you have heard about where SERP-P is now, we would like to get your inputs on how we can further enhance it. Okay, SERP-P, not not just a portal, not just a database, but SERP-P as a knowledge sharing partner. Okay, SERP-P also as an information dissemination tool that which we can use to help fight misinformation and disinformation, which is the topic of our webinar this morning and the topic of the 6th SERP-P biennial meeting as a whole. So at this point, Zeki, can you please go to the part where magkakaroon po tayo ng isang workshop, okay? At ang we would like to solicit your inputs on the same items. Opo. Okay. So items we would like to get your suggestions on how to enhance the SERP-P database, how to encourage more people to use SERP-P, and third, how to strengthen the collaboration among the partner institutions. Okay? The same questions as in 2018 or the same items as in 2018. However, baka kasi meron pa kayong given the our situation now, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and it is predicted na medyo kahit na malampasan natin itong pandemic na ito, the dynamics kasi will be different already eh. Yan ang nakikita ng mga experts, 'di ba? We may have itong virtual baka maging staple na ng ating usual interaction itong mga virtual meetings. So we really would like to get your ideas on this items, your inputs. So Zeki, next slide please. Okay, so we came up with the following workshop grouping. Okay, so okay, group 1 consists of AER, DSP, DOLE ILS, DLSU, JRIG, NEDA Region 1, NEDA Region 11, PhilExport Siliman, UP SIDS, UPLB CDC, NEDA Caraga. Okay, Group 2, ACPC, DOC, GIZ, DLSU Orco, NEDA Region 3, NEDA Region 12, PSA, SERCA, UP NCTS, World Bank, FSI. Group 3, ARM, RSN, PCC, CLSU, DLSU, AKI, MMSU, NEDA Region 6, USTR, CSSE, also PSU, PUP, St. Paul University, UP SERP, and DAP. And Group 4, Ateneo School of Government, CPBRD, DLSU, SDRC, NEDA Mimaropa, NEDA Region 8, TCARD, CMEO Inotech, University of San Carlos, UP, CSPPS, and Minda. I hope wala akong nakalimutan, Zeki, na humabol. Wala naman. PSA ata, no? PSA parang humabol sila. Wala sila dito. PSA.
Si Group 2 po. Group 2 po si
Ay,
PSA.
sorry. Naka-group 2 pala siya. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, ito po yung ating magiging workshop groupings. At nagtalaga rin po kami. Okay. And CPAG is not in any group. Okay. Ma'am, sorry na overlook po namin yun. Ang NCPAG po ilalagay po natin sa group 4. Sir Vincent, i-group 4 ka namin. So, okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your understanding. Okay. So, nagtalaga po kami ng mga members ng secretariat from among our team, no? And yung pong mga secretariat natin, sila po yung magre-remind sa inyo ng time. Okay. So, because this workshop is only for 45 minutes. Okay. Yung time at iba pong where you can access the PowerPoint template para hindi na po kayo mahirapan, etc. So if you have questions, feel free po to ask our secretariat. Okay. Zeki, next slide. Okay. For the mechanics, please come up with a group name. Also kindly designate a presenter and a documenter. Okay. Kasi po after nito, after the 45-minute workshop, you will all return to the plenary. Okay? And magkakaroon po ng presentation per group. Para hindi na po kayo mahirapan, naggawa po kami ng isang presentation template and you can access it dito sa Google Drive which is there. And I think Gwen also typed the Google Drive. but our secretariat will also paste the link dun po sa respective session rooms. And then don't forget to email a copy of your presentation to me and Zeki for documentation purposes. At syempre, babalikan po namin yon ang SERP-P team, yung inyo pong mga inputs, yung inyo pong mga suggestions para po sa pagplano natin ng ways para po ma-enhance ang SERP-P. Okay? So, at this point, may question po ba? Okay, let me check our chat box. Wala naman pong question. So at this point, we will now begin our, okay, Gwen, I suppose you will provide si Sir Vincent, yung ating member from NCPAG, no? For group, yes. Mapapunta siya sa group 4, okay. So at this point, we will now begin our workshop, and you will be automatically be placed sa inyong individual meeting rooms. Automatic po yan after nung workshop din, automatic po kayong ibabalik dito sa ating plenary session. 45 minutes lang po, just a reminder, make sure na matapos po ninyo yung ating workshop. Meron na po kayong inputs before the end of the workshop. So good luck, and see you all sa ating plenary for the reporting of your outputs. Maraming salamat po. Gwen, over to you now.
Thank you po, Ma'am Sheila. I'll now start the breakout sessions. See you later. Hello po, meron pong mga natira dito. So tanungin ko na lang po yung organization po nila para po maidala ko kayo sa inyong mga breakout sessions. Si Miss Alexa po.
Hi Alexa, okay. Punta muna tayo.
Okay.
Sumagot si Sir Genesis. Si Sir Genesis ay sa group 4.
Alright. Ilipat ko na lang po sila.
Ilipat mo na lang siya. Okay. And then, Gwen, Genesis and Alexa are from Inotech.
Apo, nalipat ko na po si...
nalipat mo na? Si Sir Christopher ay sa...
AIM.
AIM, yes, dear.
Okay, let me just check anong group sila. Group 3, okay. Okay, si Mr. Christopher ay sa group 3.
Okay. And then isa na lang si Mary. Si Mary Joy Perolino.
Yes po, ma'am. Sa SERP po. Group 3 po.
Okay. Group 3 din si si Mary Joy.
Thank
you, Mary Joy.
Thank you.
There's still one here, si Sir Nali. Sir Nali. Sino kaya si Sir Nali?
Hindi ko magalaw yung, hindi ako makapag-type sa chat box and maybe
Sige, Sir Nali. Group 3 si Sir Nali, Gwen.
Alright po.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay po. So mukhang okay na tayo. Ma'am Sheila, let me know lang kung gusto mong bumisita sa iba't ibang sessions.
Okay. Oo. Paano nga yun, Gwen? Paano ako
Ah,
pupunta doon?
sabihan niyo po ako kung anong session. Ako po magdadala sa inyo.
Okay. Naku, interesting. Naku, ang galing mo na sa ganito, ah. Pwede mo kaming dalhin kung saan-saan.
Tinuruan
Okay.
po ng AFD. Sige po. Dito
Okay.
lang po ako.
Sige. Thank you, Gwen. Sige, I'll just inform you pag ano. Mag-health break lang ako saglit lang, toilet.
Sige po.
Gwen, is it okay to go to the different groups? Silip lang ako. Hi, Gwen.
Hello po.
Pwede tayong pumunta
sorry.
sa ano?
Ito pala. Can I go to group 4 first? Alright.
So, paano yun? Kasama kita? Paano yun? Pag halimbawa po, gusto ko na pumunta sa 3. Paano yun?
Sorry, nakamute pala ako. Chat niyo na lang po ako sa Viber pag game na kayo lumipat sa ibang ano.
Ganun lang. Sige.
Sige po.
Sige,
Group 4
punta
muna
muna.
tayo.
Oo. Basta, i-ano ko yung Hi, Gwen. You're also here sa plenary, Gwen?
Opo, nag-iikot-ikot.
Oo. Nagtaka lang ako, bakit si Sir Julius nandito sa labas?
Okay. Baka na-disconnect po siya kanina. Sige,
Oo,
ilagay ko
sige.
siya ulit.
Oo. But mukhang okay naman doon sa mga groups, umaandar na yung discussion.
Opo, sige. Hanapin ko lang po.
Sige. And then, si Sir... CLSU, dear. CLSU. Sige, let me check
Okay.
also my file.
Group 3.
Group 3, okay.
Ayun.
Miss Sheena, if you may, ipakilagay na lang siguro doon na as open and close file. Yeah. Quarterly or semester.
Ay, Sir Julius, pwede pong papindot nung join?
Okay. Yes.
Ayun, nandun na siya.
Nandun na sa Sir.
Opo,
Bakit?
pero naman
Okay.
isa
Pero
nakadalawang...
nandito pa rin siya sa sa plenary. Sir Julius, how
Baka
many
isa.
devices are you using? Narinig kaya tayo ni Sir Julius?
Parang hindi na po kasi hindi ko na rin siya malipat. Ito pong kung ano yung nandito sa planner, hindi ko na rin siya malipat sa...
Pero kanina pa, I think kanina nandun na siya
Opo,
nakalipat na
nandito
siya.
nga siya.
So, why is he here dito sa
Tignan ko po kung nandun siya sa breakout
Tingnan
session.
mo nga kung nasa breakout siya. Tapos balikan dito.
Sige po.
Interesting tong... Ayan, Gwen. Nalipat mo. Wala na siya eh. Gwen, are you back? Nandiyan ka na ulit?
Opo, chinat ko po na wala siya doon. Tapos nawala din siya dito. Mukhang nadi-disconnect po siya.
Baka it depends on the internet connection, May factor yung internet connection.
Opo.
Alam mo, itong breakout, maririnig mo yung usapan doon sa kabila. Para palang nasa physical room. Tapos tabi-tabi lang kayo,
Opo.
Oo nga eh. Maganda to sa for conference. Yung talagang parang virtual talaga. Tapos may breakout.
Pag dito lang po sa Webex, kunwari, ibang email address yung ginamit nila, tas marami. Yung nakita niyo po kanina may mga naiwan. Yun, isa-isa natin silang ililipat.
Kasi ang ginamit nilang email to register was different from the one that they Okay.
Opo.
What
Or
if it is a
parang,
big conference?
yun
So,
nga po eh.
ano yun? Manually mo silang ililipat? I mean, paano?
Oo, check po.
Check.
Oo, or kung wala po sila dun sa attendee list natin, tas bigla silang umattend, yun, manually ililipat sila.
Pero, compared to a physical conference wherein, halimbawa ako, I can go from one breakout session to another. 'Di ba? Ganun sa when you are attending a physical conference. Dito sa virtual, pag inilagay mo na sila sa parallel session 1, unless ililipat sila ni platform host, nandun na sila. The
Opo.
entire
Opo.
Okay. Ganun pala yun. Hindi naman pwede na lagi, sa ilipat mo ako sa ganon. Hindi naman pwede.
Opo, mahirap na po yun.
Mahirap na yun, oo. But this is,
Sige po.
this is a good experience. No, first time ko itong we did this pala for yung training na inattenan ng Mancom and Fellows on how to prepare effective presentations. Yung
Okay. AFD din po ba yun?
AFD yung Guthrie Jensen. So, we were divided into groups. Tapos ganun din. So, Gwen, how many minutes?
9 minutes.
9 minutes
And
na lang.
56 seconds. Opo, mabilis lang pala yun po.
Mabilis lang yun. Saglit. So nakikita ko na rin ang ating secretariat. I already saw Seki, nandito na rin si Weng, ang ating mga kasamahan sa ILS, sa World Bank, sina Alexa, si Sir Vincent, Ana Luis, si attorney ng DAP, si Bernard ng ILS.
I think everyone's here na po, Ma'am Sheila.
Everyone's here already?
Yes
Really?
po. Yes po.
Okay. So, welcome back po sa ating plenary. So, I hope it was a productive workshop. We would have wanted a longer time, no? Kaya lang, next time, pwede tayo mas mahaba-haba po yung ating time for the workshop, no? So, at this point, let us now hear the inputs of the different groups. So, siguro, tawagin ko na lang from group 1 to 4, o okay lang sa inyo. So, can we now hear the output of group 1? So, I think ang secretariat nun is si Zeki. Tama ba, Zeki?
Yes po.
Okay.
And our presenter po ay si Sir Bernard from Dole ILS.
Okay. So, as you present, no, as each group presents, magbibigay na rin po kami ng response ng aming input or response para to manage din your expectations, no? Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Right. I just want to check if you can hear me, Ma'am Sheila.
Very well, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Sige po, maulang hapon po sa ating lahat. Maulan po dito medyo madilim po dito sa Kamaynilaan. I hope everyone is safe and sound. So here are the inputs from Group 1. I am Bernard again from the Institute for Labor Studies of Department of Labor and Employment. And I am joined by Ms. Rhea Mendez of NEDA Caraga, Ms. Maria Cristina Carino of NEDA Region 1. We have also from UP-CIDS, University of the Philippines CIDS, Joseph Angelo Cruzado. Also from De La Salle University, Jesse Robredo Institute of Governance, Mr. Ian Jason Hesita. And then we have also joined today by from two of our colleagues from NEDA Region 11, Ms. Lelaine Sahelan and Mr. G. Malyare. And of course, from Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Ms. Pamela Pataksil. So, and of course, we are ably assisted by Zeki of PIDS. All right, next slide. So, how do we enhance the database of SERP-P? So here are some suggestions. Number one would be to enhance the promotion through regular publications. And then the second one would be, if this is possible, a curious feature of the present website of SERP-P is that you provide the number of downloads, no? Number of downloads for each publication. So I heard or I saw a while ago in the presentation that you have this survey, download survey, with which you contain, in which you ask dun sa nagda-download kung ano ang kanyang educational attainment, what is the reason for downloading this particular document. So perhaps you can share to the partner SERP-P members yung demographics or yung resulta ng particular survey for each publication. So for instance, if they downloaded a particular publication that we uploaded, makikita namin kung ano kaya yung dominant reason kung bakit kaya dinownload ito and anong educational attainment and anong particular age ang nag-download. So something like that
parang ano lang po, value added to the feature of number of downloads. And then we want to re-echo rin po yung minention nyo rin po kanina sa presentation, yung citation feature. So perhaps if we can add this feature na makikita namin na yung isang makikita namin kung na-cite ba ng another SERP-P member yung paper na in-upload namin. So parang this is one way of talking with each other via our uploaded publications, itong citation. And then another suggestion would be to provide a page for the metrics or analytics or statistics of users who downloaded. And ayun nga po, yung kaninang minention po nga po kanina, and those who access the database. Okay? Next slide. Okay, so meron pa po. So another suggestion would be to promote the use of the database through the regional research and development committees. I think na-mention po ito ng mga kasamahan po namin sa NEDA regional offices because they have this particular committees at the regional level. So promote the use of SERP-P. And I don't know if mas maganda na rin sigurong branding po, no, yung kasi di ba ang mga an example would be yung mga bangko po, di ba? They have this parang branding of a proud member of PDIC, di ba? So perhaps baka magandang branding po sa SERP-P is we can, member agencies or partner agencies can claim na yung may tagline na ILS Dole, a proud member of the SERP-P Network. So parang siguro may ganun pong branding tayong gagawin. Right? So next slide. So how do you encourage people to use the SERP-P website? So you have to boost, a suggestion would be to boost social media presence and then make the knowledge products accessible on other knowledge portal. And then a recommendation for faculty members to use the SERP-P portal. Next slide. And then perhaps we can request the regional offices of CHED to issue a memorandum to all higher educational institutions and state universities and colleges, enjoining them to be a member of the network and to promote the use of database in their research and other relevant undertakings. Yeah, this is a good suggestion din po in widening the visibility of SERP-P among the regional and provincial and local levels. Next slide. So how do you, is this the third question na po ba or second pa lang? Okay, parang second pa lang po kaya.
Third na yan, sir.
Third na po. Okay, sorry.
Opo.
So how do you strengthen the collaboration among partner institutions? A suggestion would be to cross-match or link SERP-P with the NEDA knowledge portal. Pero we were told a while ago that the knowledge portal of NEDA is parang for internal use pa lang. So siguro kung may instruction na to publicize na yung portal ng NEDA, perhaps PIDS and NEDA can talk with each other with regards to the cross-matching. And then more networking events for partner institutions of SERP-P. And then we organize joint knowledge activities. I suppose these are in the form of training. And then nakita ko kanina, parang hindi lang natin gagawing biennial, parang annual lang ating pagkikita-kita dito sa SERP-P. So about topics arising from the current, latest, and relevant publications. So the outcome would be to promote the publications uploaded in the website. Okay, next slide. Okay, that would be all. Thank you from Group 1.
Thank you very much, Sir Bernard. If I may immediately react on the suggestions para may immediate feedback po at alam po ninyo kung ano ang response namin, kung sa palagay namin is ano yung pwedeng mai-contribute or anong pwedeng action ang pwedeng magawa ng SERP-P sa PIDS, SERP-P team from PIDS, no? So, Zeki, pwede ba tayong pumunta dun sa first slide, yung how to enhance the database? Na kay Sir Bernard ba yung ano? Nasa iyo? Pakisuyo naman. Those are very valuable input, Sir Bernard, and members of Group 1. Thank you, Zeki, no? I think na paliwanag na ito ni Zeki, yung particularly sa number 2, i-clarify ko lang na kasi right now, what we can share and what we can provide you is demographic data in general, and that is for all the publications. Wala pa po tayong capacity sa kasulukuyan na makapag-provide ng demographic data for each publication. Okay. So, but we can share po yung general data na na-access natin monthly. Kanina, dun sa presentation po ng accomplishment report, nakita po ninyo yung general data for yung profile po ng ating mga downloaders. But that's for all the publications na hindi siya specific. Doon naman sa citation feature, actually, this is a long time dream of not just SERP-P, actually PIDS dream ito ng PIDS na magkaroon ng citation monitoring for all the publications. So right now we are doing this sa PIDS, redesign po ng aming website, no? That's which we hope to release the redesign website within the year. So kasunod na po yung SERP-P dito. So this is why itong citation feature, rest assured na we will do our best para mai-provide po namin ito sa inyo. Next year po, there is a scheduled redesign of the SERP-P website. Okay, yung sa citation monitoring. So, ang ini-envision namin yung parangan sa RepTech, no? Halimbawa, there is a SERP-P publication by Sir Bernard. So, makikita niyo doon ilan yung nag-cite, saan siya sinite, sino yung mga nag-cite, ano yung mga publications where it was cited, journal man yan, books, etc. Okay. Provide a page for the metrics, analytics, stats of users who downloaded. As I've mentioned, what we can provide you is yung general data po of sa access. Okay. Next page, next slide, please. Okay. This is a very good suggestion, sir. We will get in touch with our central office po sa NEDA. Perhaps we can course it through the regional development, the official who's handling the USEC for regional development. So, maganda po itong suggestion para mas ma-reach pa po natin yung ating mga local level policymakers through the regional research and development committees. Kasi yung RRDC, sir, ano siya, di ho ba malaki ho ito? So it consists not only of representatives from government agencies but also academe, no? And even, I think, civil society kasama po sa RRDC, sir. Okay. So the next slides, Zeki, this is very much appreciated, sir. Maganda po itong mga suggestions ninyo on how to encourage more people to use SERP-P. Rest assured po na intensify po natin yung ating promotional efforts. Yung recommendations from faculty members to use SERP-P, we will revitalize our before kasi may mga caravan kami na wherein we visit mga iba-ibang mga schools and then we provide promotional parang marketing sessions, no? Nagbibigay kami ng talk and then para ma-promote po yung paggamit ng SERP-P sa kanila. Next slide, please, Zeki. Yes, we can consider this po. Okay, and the next one, please. Yeah, sa pagkakaalam nga din po namin, the NEDA Knowledge Portal is an internal facility at the moment. But tingnan natin kung halimbawa if it's already publicly accessible kung paano po natin mai-cross-match or mai-link ang SERP-P sa kanila. And yes, the other suggestions are well noted. So thank you so much to Group 1. Let us give them a big virtual clap. Marami pong salamat sa inyong mga inputs. Can we now proceed to Group 2?
Miss Sheila, Miss Stephanie Margalio of World Bank will present po.
Yes. Hi, Steph.
Hi, ma'am. Kamusta po?
Mabuti. Call me
Nice
Sheila.
to see you even
Don't call
virtually,
me.
Miss Sheila.
Don't call me, ma'am. Call me Sheila. Go ahead, Steph.
Hi. Thank you to members of Group 2 for all the valuable inputs. And thank you to Benedict of Circa for helping us with the PowerPoint. Benedict, sorry. Sorry, Zeke. He is the PowerPoint with you.
Hold on, Matt. I will attach it.
Sure. Thank you. Sorry about that. So ano po, actually our group name was newbies, but we're mostly newbies, but we have we also have our power users in the group. So yan po ang aming group name. And then yes, most of us po are
new coordinators, you mean?
Yes, new coordinators po. Yes.
Old members, but
old members and new coordinators.
Okay.
Thank you for giving me control. Sige po. So let me go to the next slide. So we have in our team, Bureau of Customs, we have colleagues from DLSU, NEDAS Region 3 and 12, FSI, SERCA, we have colleagues from PSA and the University of the Philippines. And then our suggestions for how to enhance the SERP-P database is to promote or disseminate SERP-P within our own organizations, and then allow unpublished work or project documents. And then third is to establish small groups of 5 to 10 people with similar interests or topics to make information dissemination more manageable. I think on the third point, what I think this was Ma'am Cherry or Ma'am Lily. What they wanted to do was have like small groups with the same topic of interest to gather and share their publications among themselves. Kasi nalulunod minsan yung when you get the newsletter from a general service account, it gets buried or sometimes unfortunately it goes to spam. So if you get it from someone you know, it would make you more interested in opening it, or it would catch your attention more if it's from someone you know. That's
Stephanie,
the third.
if
Yes
I
po.
may, yung sa second point, allow unpublished work / project documents while keeping data privacy. Actually, in SERP-P, depende sa inyo kung ano yung i-share nyo sa amin. Okay? Wala naman kaming requirement na dapat publish siya or dapat. Basta kung ano yung shinare nyo or ano yung in-upload nyo, our assumption is that has been vetted internally and that has been approved by your principals and that is something that you can share to the public or share with the public. So it's up to the partner institutions what kind of materials that you wish to share to the public through the SERP-P.
That's really good to know. I mean, I'm just starting doing research because I went back to school, so it's nice to have that opportunity. And then third question is how to encourage more people to use SERP-P. So first is more regular refresher training, given that the content management system and the website updates, and especially for us who are new coordinators from old organizations, for some training, maybe to include that in a newsletter, or maybe we could schedule a briefing for a certain group of organizations. And then support and sustain external promotion, especially on social media. On this point, maybe I was saying we have our own institutional Facebook pages, institutional Twitter pages. If we find that the content from SERP-P or other institutions are relevant to our organization, maybe we could share them as well. And vice versa. So, and then enable mass database upload. What they meant here was, I think there was I think it was circa. Since everybody has like a voluminous, like large amounts of knowledge products that they publish and come out with, it's difficult to keep up with two portals, like their own and SERP-P. So their Circa, I think, sent an Excel, a spreadsheet with the links and the names of the publications and other pertinent, the general details of each publication. And then they sent this Excel file to PIDs, to the SERP-P team for them to upload. And then we also have someone from the team who said that they wanted to have edit access to existing entries. Like, for example, there were like some typos or in entries. So they, at the time when they were updating, after it, hindi na daw po nila ma-edit. And then, make it easier to upload overall. And yes. Oh.
Can I respond? And Zeki
yes,
also
yes.
can explain, no?
Yes,
yung
please.
sa third, fourth, and fifth bullets, yes, you can do mass upload. Tama po yun. This is a facility that we offer all partner institutions. So instead of using the content management system and entering publications one by one, if you have like mga more than 10 publications, 10 and above, you can just use an Excel sheet. No, we can provide you the Excel form, the sheet in Excel format, and hindi na nyo kailangan pumunta sa CMS. You just send it to us, and then we will upload it, that Excel sheet with all your voluminous publications, kung 100 man yan, or more than 10 man yan, and then our MIS team would gladly upload it. Okay. Yung allow edit access to existing entries, Zeki, would you like to clarify this? Because this is possible. Go ahead.
Hello po.
Yes, we can hear you.
Sa editing naman po, this is possible. So we can explain this further, especially to the newbies, no, to the new SERP-P coordinators.
Medyo mahina boses mo, Zeke.
Hello, ayan po. Hello.
Yes.
Ayan po. You can actually edit your publications even though na-upload na siya. You can edit the URL, the abstract, actually lahat, pati yung codes. So, we can explain this further sa a one-on-one session natin with reorientation. Yun po.
Thank you, Zeki. And we appreciate your suggestion, Stephanie and team, no, yung more regular refresher training. We can hold not para mas efficient, no, parang group orientation. So instead of na one-on-one, ngayon kasi one-on-one kami eh. So Zeki and I orienting, let's say, Bureau of Customs or another ano. So we can have a group orientation, and don't worry, we can schedule it after this biennial meeting. We will get in touch with you for your respective availability. Okay? Thank you. I think there is one more ano yan. Okay.
There's one more. Thank you for that. Looking forward to the training. So, Ipa, how to strengthen the collaboration among partner institutions? One suggestion was previously no updates. Sorry. How to shift to social media and Facebook, meaning since everybody has quicker access to Facebook, like if you have email, you have to go on your computer. Usually Facebook is on your mobile phone already. It's like text or SMS. So I think that most of us would welcome the Facebook group that you mentioned at the first session. The Facebook group that's inactive, we can make it more active after this. And then regular updates, newsletter, and improve community. We realized that there's a newsletter that's being circulated already. Maybe we could just request for a sign up link in the chat box later, so we can all subscribe, especially for those who haven't subscribed yet. And then we share group one sentiments on knowledge sharing events. Especially when you have report launches or conferences. Maybe we could have the directory among everybody who's working here that also states your topic of development interest. So when you have something relevant, you know who to direct your message to, your invitation to partnership with. So it's hindi siya mass email from a service account that nobody really pays attention to. That I think is the last. Thank you so much. That's it from us. Thank you to Group 2 for their input.
Thank you so much too for your valuable inputs. May I just request for clarification? Yung was previously suggested but no updates. I don't think I caught that.
I'm not sure, ma'am. Also, can I invite?
Let me answer that one. So when we were discussing suggestions, I forgot who in the team said it, but there was a mention that this was already suggested the last time, but there was no update on.
Ano kaya yun? What particular suggestion kaya yun?
Well, probably they were wondering if there was any collaboration or increased collaboration between SERP-P member organizations or not since the last meeting.
Oh, so that's okay.
Because
Okay.
we should probably report that so that there is you can show the value of being part of this community.
Okay. I see. Sige po. Oo. Shift to social media. Okay. Thank you for all your suggestions. We will consider them sa ating future activities for the network. So can we now go to group 3?
Okay, for the group 3 po, may I call on Miss Ina to share the screen? And also, may I call on Miss Anne Luis Castro to present on behalf of the group? As yes, as her custom,
Really?
Miss Ina and
Oh, I didn't
the rest, I
I
think so.
didn't know. So that's okay. Um, okay, so good afternoon. I am Anne Luis Castro from UP SERP, and I will be representing Group 3. So most of the suggestions were also similar, but you'll see in the presentation, and there are also some questions that were raised that hopefully may be answered by the SERP members. So sige, our group name is Surfing SERP. No one objected. We liked it. So there you go. So okay, so these are the group members. We have from Central Luzon State University, from AIM, RSN PCC, from NEDA 6, from Palawan State University, from Polytechnic University of the Philippines, from in two campuses, and then there's from St. Paul University in Tuguegarao, and then there's us from UP SERP and from UST. So there are 17 members, and many of us were able to contribute to the discussion. Okay, so for the first slide, how to enhance the SERP database. Okay, so here are some of the suggestions. I think this refers to the website, because we were looking at the website when discussing this. So probably to provide a button on how to be a partner institution, because there were since many of us in the group are new members or are newbies, that was also, there were many questions also, or questions raised on how to partner with SERP. So there's also the button in submitting articles for publication. There was a question on whether SERP is a publishing platform, and because some of them, some institutions at present do not have their own journals and are also seeking uh, platforms to publish their works, preferably those that are not predatory, or those that have quicker that review articles quicker. So that was another thing that was pointed out also. Button menu for social networking, of course, that was also pointed out in the previous presentations, to do with enhancing social networking, the use of social networking. Button menu for website integration for students and fellow researchers. Announcement for a call for papers. So since there was already previously a question raised on the submission of articles, or where they can publish, or if SERP publishes articles, then since SERP is a repository of published works, and also there are already journals present there, perhaps there can also be an announcement or announcement button, or a button for call for papers, so that those that actually look for articles or are searching for places to publish may also be able to view them there. So at least we know that SERP is, it's filtered already by SERP yung mga institutions that are tied up with them. So it's a safe place to look for people to network with, in a sense. And then of course power search and in the peer reviewed process, if ever nga po there's publication, it's a publication platform. And then indexing organization. So sige, probably sige ma'am, if there's
Okay. Sige,
an
Ann
answer
Luis,
to this.
i-clarify
Yes,
ko muna,
sige
no?
po. Alright po.
Yung SERP is not a publishing platform, no? It's a knowledge dissemination platform. We are not soliciting articles or manuscripts for publication. That's the first one. Okay. The membership is per institution, not per individual. So what we accept are published materials or outputs of your respective organizations that you can share with SERP-P in order for you to have wider coverage or wider a better way for you to disseminate your knowledge products. So hindi journal ang SERP-P, hindi siya it's a facility where you can disseminate your products, your outputs to a wider audience. Okay, that's the
Hello.
first clarification that I would like to make. Okay.
So, ma'am, if the partner institution, I guess, following that po, ma'am, if the partner institution doesn't have their own publishing, like for example po, they don't have a journal to to upload or something like that po, paano po yung, how does the partnership work, if ever po?
Actually, saan ka nga ulit galing na
Ma'am, I'm with DP SERP, so we do have a journal. We do have a journal, but some of the institutions, the ones that were also asking about how the partnership works, siguro man that can be explained.
So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
materials that you can share with SERP-P are not just journal articles. You have other, like can share your annual report, you can share your newsletter. So it's not confined to a particular publication type. Hindi lang siya journal. You can share your other so many knowledge products that you can share. Hindi lang po journal. Okay, I hope that it answers your question. So that's one. That's the other thing that I would like to clarify, no? So yung last item dito, yung peer-reviewed process, we don't do peer review kasi hindi naman kami uma-accept na for publication. Okay? We accept materials that we can share with the public. It's because it's a repository kasi, it's a database, okay? It's a repository of socioeconomic information. So, nevertheless, PIDS naman as a journal, we have the Philippine Journal of Development, and that is open for submissions or open to submissions from external researchers or non-PIDS researchers. You can submit your manuscripts to us, to PIDS for possible publication sa Philippine Journal of Development. So just like any other journal, all manuscripts will undergo peer review. Yun. So, Ana Luis, I hope I answered your, I was able to clarify this items in your first slide.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank
Opo.
you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay po. For the next slide, I think there's another. Hello. Then for the next slide, I'm not sure if we have another. I do think we have another slide for this. Ayun po. How to encourage more people to use SERP-P. Again, there is the need to, well, there's encouragement to use social media of the partner institutions, since as mentioned previously, everyone's on social media, so it's a wider reach, it's easier, everyone's there all the time. So that's one. So, and then link SERP-P website to the institutions of the websites, of course, once you're linked, and then yeah, that embedded there in their website, it's easier reach for those who navigate the institution's websites. So, and then dissemination of using the corporate account of students, faculty, and staff, and discuss the SERP-P portal to all students during orientation. So, kung kanina it was mentioned yung faculty, then also there's also the encouraging students to navigate through the SERP-P website for articles for use. So there. Okay, and then this is the last slide. Okay, the next slide is how to strengthen the collaboration among partner institutions. Of course, regional meetings on SERP-P Network. SERP-P tie-up with reputable journal institutions for wider reach. Retraining of coordinators, that was another one of the things that was requested for uploading of articles, because there was also the question of how articles or material may be uploaded. So there's retraining and probably also training of the newbies, and then assessing backbone requirements and call for entries for future journals and research for students and researchers. So, okay, so I think this is the last slide.
Okay, thank you very much,
Okay,
Anne
sige po.
Louise.
Apo.
Okay, sige. Mm-mm.
Okay, so for Group 4, may I call on CPBRD Executive Director Novel Bangsal to present. Sir Novel.
Thank you, Weng. Good afternoon. Weng,
Hi, Nobel.
hello, Sheila. Si Weng kasi magaling mag-convince ng magpipresent. So anyways, good afternoon to everybody. So we're Group 4. Ang aming group name is 4G. Bakit pa naging 4G, Weng? Kala ko gold eh.
Okay. Si Miss Sheila Almasa po yung may suggestion of 4G. Miss Sheila, baka pwede ka
Something
mag-explain.
to do with the gold victory ni he did, but anyways.
Okay.
So next slide, please. So our members in the group are composed of the following. So si Ivy Rose from ASOG, and si Sheena from ASOG, si Sheila from Mindanao Development Authority, si Mary Catherine from DLSU, si Alexa from Inotech, and si Genesis is also from the Inotech. Si Bernard from NEDA, Mimaropa, Byron also from CPBRD, Connie from the DLSU, si Danica from UPLB, Maxi sa University of San Carlos, Emerson from NEDA, Mimaropa. Meron pa ba, Weng? Or
Sir, mukhang kompleto na.
Okay, so thank you for all the members for the inputs as a group 4. So for the first question, how to enhance the SERP-P database, I think some, if not most of these items were also mentioned previously by the other groups, but just the same, we'll have to mention what was discussed during our from our group discussion. So number 1 is to include open source development related materials, incorporate a database of other government agencies, provide web analytics of materials to partners to gauge public reach, either quarterly or semestral. I think sa web analytics naman, since mayroon naman tayong survey na ginagamit when you use the SERP-P portal, I think we can use the information from that survey to provide more nuanced information with regards to web analytics. So in terms of downloads, views, I think this can be done more frequently kasi in the program I think you can include this. So madali lang mag-generate ng web analytics doon sa usage ng portal. Shareable mobile platform, I think this is also a key input considering yung of course yung use of mobile devices. So I think a mobile app for the SERP-P platform would be very useful. I think auto citation feature is also mentioned previously in the other groups. Link redirect files to website of partners and integrate and sync redirect analytics. I think this is more specific concern. I don't know Sheila kung na-mention ko na rin to sa'yo before, but I think si Weng was able to answer this. It's more of a coding issue. Tama ba yun, Weng? So that once you access the file in the SERP-P, kasi lumalabas yung number of downloads
Yes, yes. Oo.
Ang concern namin is hopefully sana when you are able to hit yung number of downloads from the SERP portal, kung pwede sana ma-direct din yung users doon sa website ng mga partners. Kasi of course, the partners would also want their websites to be, to increase awareness, of course, through the help of the SERP. But I think there's a way to do this. It was discussed during the group meeting. So I'll just let siguro si Weng mention this, but it's also a concern shared by the other groups. Include revised manual, considering, of course, the possible changes that will be raised in this biennial meeting. And for teams, focus area, include others in the option, siguro in the option menu. Next slide, Weng. So how to encourage more people to use SERP? Again, yung both posts in FB page to reach more people, I think this is a common suggestion also in the other groups. Partner with universities and research development institutions. Promote and use Google Ads. And share SERP promotional video to partners to be used as fillers during events. Sabi ni Weng, isa lang daw. Kasi mahirap din gumawa ng promotional video. But hopefully, we can also use this kasi some, if not most or all the partners also conduct webinars and other online forums or fora. So perhaps siguro one way of disseminating information on the SERP portal is through the promotional video. Create YouTube channel for SERP promotional videos. Next slide, Weng. So how to strengthen the collaboration among partner institutions. Kumustahan session, total virtual naman yung ating platform. So we can do this as often as we can. Creation of FB group, I think it's a good idea. Usually most are usually into FB, so it's very possible. Telegram group chat, clustered grouping. I think there's a mention of regional meets previously, so I think this is one and the same. Partnership in conducting webinars. I think some of the partners are in the SERP portal is already doing this, and hopefully we can encourage more of these partnerships in the immediate future. And of course, the SERP portal would be able to help us in, parang being the bridge or platform for more of these engagements and partnerships. Virtual contest. Okay, so na-mentioned to earlier and lastly, yung virtual research conference with all partners. Again, since we are able to realize that through the virtual platform, actually mas madali na actually to engage our partner institutions. So I think we can do much more, and I hope through this meeting we will be able to come up with more engagement and partnerships in the future. I think that's it, Wen, di ba? Is that it? Okay. Thank you,
Yes,
and
sir.
thank you to my group members and to our facilitator. Thank you, Weng.
You're welcome, sir.
Salamat Group 4. Napakagaganda ng mga suggestions nyo. Pati na rin sa Group 3 at sa Group 2, ano. Hindi pala tayo nakapagpalakpakan kanina for the three other groups. We will endeavor to ayun sa video nga pala. We are planning to update it. Kasi the last time that we made it kasi we developed that video a year ago or 2 years ago, and since we have 3 new members, it's about time that we update it. Kasama yan sa mga to-do namin ni Zeki, and then maganda yung mga suggestions ni Group 4 na maging accessible ito sa ating mga partners, no? So you can also play it sa inyong mga own events, mga webinars, no? More mga kamustahan session, no? More frequent virtual events like this. Then we also plan to revitalize na yung FB group. May FB group na tayo, kaya lang ako, konti lang yung mga members. And then dun sa pinaplano natin na pagre-redesign ng SERP-P website, no, next year, we will include that button wherein yung mga uploads can be easily shared sa FB, sa Facebook, okay, and even sa Twitter and other social media platforms, no? Meron before actually ang SERP-P noon. Kaya lang for some reason, nagkaroon yata ng problema. Mas alam to ng ating MIS. But our MIS team, headed by Doris, is with us. And naririnig nila ang lahat ng mga suggestions nyo. Doris, pwede bang magparamdam ka? Nandiyan ka, di ba? And so we will endeavor
Yes, Miss
to
Sheila.
we will endeavor to address ano yung feasible. Kung ano yung feasible ay gagawa natin ng paraan at ang magiging nating guide ay yung mga suggestions nyo on how to enhance the database. And then when it comes naman dun sa encouraging more people to use SERP-P, we take note of all your suggestions at saka yun na nga for increasing or enhancing and strengthening the participation. We heard you well, yung mga suggestions po nyo at gagawan po natin ng paraan na matupad po yon. Hindi man immediate pero unti-unti. And I know with the cooperation of everyone, anything is possible, diba? So let's give everyone a round of applause, well-deserved round of applause. Imagine for 45 minutes, tama ba? Or 50 minutes, I think, kasi nag-extend tayo. You were able to come up with all these brilliant suggestions about how to improve our database. I always use our because we don't own SERP-P. We are just, we just initiated it, we just developed it. But SERP-P, we own, everyone owns SERP-P. This is our collective product. This is our collective undertaking. So thank you all for your suggestions on how to improve or enhance our database and enhance our partnership through this project. Okay, so what we will do is we will consolidate everything, okay, and give you copies also of the inputs and suggestions that we got today, no? Rest assured na meron pong highlights of the meeting na kayong matatanggap and also yung summary po ng mga ng workshop outputs. Okay, so we will leave that session or that part of the that item for now, and now we will move to the next item of our agenda. Okay, so starting the last biennial meeting, which was in 2008, we made it customary to recognize the most active SERP-P partners. Okay, so Zeki, can you? And what do I mean, or what do we mean by most active SERP-P partners? No, our criterion is simple. So by active members or partners, we mean those that have contributed or have been regularly contributing their knowledge resources during the reference period. And this time, we mean between 2019 and 2020. Since the last awarding that we made was for 2018, and that for 2018, yun naman yung naging active ng 2017 and 2018. Okay? So kasi nga, it's every 2 years. So this is to recognize the contribution of our fellow members in enriching our database and keeping it relevant and useful for its intended users. And at this point, I now give the floor to our President, Dr. Celia Reyes, for her remarks and also to announce this year's or this biennial meetings awardees.
Thank you, Sheila. Well, I'd just like to congratulate all the partners, actually. The success of this network actually depends on the active participation of all the members. But as Sheila said, we want to recognize every 2 years a set of partners who have been most active during the period. So for this year, we're going to recognize 9 partners. So we're hoping na in the next biennial meeting, we would be able to recognize another set of partners. Or pwede ding lahat. If all are equally active, we would want to do that. But for this year, we would like to recognize the ones who have been most active during the period of 2019 to 2020. But before we just flash the names, I'd just like to share that actually we got an inquiry a few months ago from one of the office of the one of the senators asking about a particular reference in the SERP-P portal. And because they said that they couldn't download the material. So we were happy because it just shows that actually the repository is being used by our policymakers. So all your efforts in terms of updating, uploading all your materials are actually not going to waste because they're actually being used by our policymakers and other stakeholders. So I think that should motivate all of us to continuously update our materials there. So having said that, I think we can go through the list of most active members this year. Can we go to? So for the first one, would you like me, Sheila, to
Sure, ma'am.
name?
Go
Or
ahead,
would you
ma'am.
want to read the
Okay, the
plaque of?
citation,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yes, it
please.
says SERP-P, Philippine Institute for Development Studies, Socioeconomic Research Portal for the Philippines, present this award, this plaque of recognition to, then the name of the agency, for being an active member of the SERP-P network. Reference period is 2019 to 2020 by contributing publications to the SERP-P database, thereby helping enrich SERP-P and then make it a useful knowledge resource given this 28th day of July 2021 at PIDS Quezon City, Philippines during the sixth SERP-P network biennial meeting signed Sheila CR, Celia M. Reyes, PIDS President.
Thank you, Sheila. So for this biennial meeting, we'd like to recognize the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, headed by Governor Benjamin Diokno. And I think in this meeting, our representative from BSP is Ms. Pamela Pataksil.
Thank you po. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I saw her a while ago. And then the next is, of course, the Congressional Policy and Budget Research Department, who is represented today by Executive Director Novel Bangsal, the last presenter just a while ago. And he's actually joined today by Mr. Bisenio Byron Morales and Mr. Tommy Lagasca. So we'd like to thank them for their active participation. And then the third is, of course, the DLSU, De La Salle University Angelo King Institute for Economic and Business Studies, which is headed by Dr. Tereso Tuliao Jr. And today, AKI is represented by Ms. Maria Zonali Rapada and Tina Sevilla. The next is, of course, a member of the NEDA family to which we belong. We'd like to recognize NEDA Region 3, headed by Ms. Gina Gakusan. And for today, we're joined by Ms. Ina Cristia de Jesus and Ms. Divina Hope Vallejo. Next. We'd also like to recognize the National Tax Research Center, headed by Ms. Marlene Lucero Calubag, represented today by Ms. Maria Rhea Caro and Ms. Lilian Flores. Thank you. Next is Simeo Regional Center for Educational Innovation and Technology, of course, headed by our friend Dr. Ramon Bacani and represented today by Jellico Angelo Ariscado, Genesis Montero, and Alexa Geronimo. Next is Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research in Agriculture, part of the um, uh, we're actually partnering with Sherka in one of our studies. And the head of the institution is Dr. Glenn Gregorio and represented today by Mr. Nelson Tresballes and Ms. Mina Talatala. Next is, of course, Silliman University, headed by Dr. Betty McCann and represented today by the Research Director, Dr. Enrique Oracion and Ms. Sara Angela Ragay. And from UP Los Baños Center for Strategic Planning and Policy Studies, headed by Dr. Eileen Lapitan and represented today by Ms. Macrina Umali and Danica Amor Domingo. And is that the last? Yes. I just want to add, I was listening to all the reports of the breakout sessions. No, I think, Sheila, this was a great idea to get the inputs directly from them, because I don't think we could have gathered, come up with all of those bright ideas in just 50 minutes. But I just want to mention that we've taken note of all of your suggestions, and in fact, there are already some that we will seriously pursue. So for instance, I think there's an interest in terms of partnering in the conduct of research. That's one. So we have actually started to pursue that and will continue to pursue partnering with some of the institutions in the conduct of research. So for instance, for the study on agricultural insurance, we partnered with UP Iloilo, Cagayan State University, University of Southeastern Philippines, and University of San Carlos. So this is one strategy that PIDS will continue to pursue. So we've taken note of all your interests. Just to say that actually what the activities that you have proposed for SERP-P can actually go beyond just the SERP-P initiative, but can be adopted by the whole of PIDS. So again, thank you for your active participation. Again, just want to reiterate what Sheila said, that this is not a PIDS portal, not a PIDS initiative. It's really just PIDS facilitating this, and this is actually the work of all the partners. So we depend on all of the partners to make this repository alive, dynamic, and useful to all the policymakers. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Sel. Congratulations to all our awardees. No, we hope that this will motivate all of you, everyone, to for we have our the next biennial would be in 2 years time in 2022. However, we have been aspiring, remember, to meet more regularly. So who knows, next year we can come up again with a similar incentive activity wherein every year yung ating for the most active SERP partners. And thank you, Ma'am Sel, for emphasizing that while SERP-P is primarily a knowledge sharing platform, we can also utilize or use this network, this platform, this networking initiative, to promote more collaboration, not just in knowledge sharing, but also in research. There is a wealth of talent residing here in the SERP-P network, and our membership spans regions. Remember, hindi lang kasi ito NCR, almost all the Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao are represented here in SERP-P. And so we have to tap into that wealth of knowledge, wealth of ideas, wealth of talents residing in the network. Okay, so thank you very much, Ma'am Sel. And again, congratulations to all the awardees. So at this point, Okay, we now go to the next part of our program, and this is to formally welcome our newest partner in the SERP-P network, and I am talking about the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA regional office in Mimaropa. So Zeki, next slide. Okay, so NEDA Mimaropa is one of the 15 regional offices of the NEDA, and it is headed by Regional Director Agustin Mendoza, assisted by OIC Assistant Director Bernardino Atienza, who is, I think, representing RD Mendoza in this event. Okay, so I now give the floor to Dr. Reyes for her message of her welcome message to NEDA Mimaropa. Ma'am Sel?
Thank you, Sheila. So, of course, Regional Director Agustin Mendoza, OIC Assistant Regional Director Bernardino Atienza Jr., officials and representatives of the different SERP partner institutions, good afternoon. The digital transformation facilitated by the Fourth Industrial Revolution has transformed the way we work, live, connect with one another, and access information. This transformation is being fast-tracked by the COVID-19 pandemic. Since last year, when the pandemic ensued, we have seen how the shift to online platforms has compelled people to accelerate their learning curve in using new technologies to access services, purchase goods, sustain work and/or study, receive assistance, and get data and information. At PIDS, the transition to online services and disseminating information started 2 decades ago. By the year 1998, the PIDS already had its website. We are one of the first government agencies in the Philippines to have 24-hour access to the internet through a dial-up connection, and among the first to have a web presence. Around the same time, we also started digitizing all our knowledge products from as far back as the late 1970s and building an online repository of socioeconomic studies that contain PIDS studies and those by other institutions. That repository, which was given the name Socioeconomic Research Portal for the Philippines, or SERP-P, is the reason why we are all here today. 2021 has been a memorable year for PIDS with the inclusion of new partners in the SERP-P network. On April 27, we welcomed the De La Salle University Jesse M. Robredo Institute of Governance. And shortly after, the Development Academy of the Philippines joined SERP-P on May 7. Today, we welcome another esteemed institution, the NEDA Regional Office in Mimaropa, the lead coordinating agency in Region 4B in formulating the region's development plan, investment program, and policies, as well as in project monitoring and evaluation and development of research proposals. Undoubtedly, the research resources that NEDA Mimaropa will contribute to our portal and the experiences in local development planning that it can share with all of us will broaden our insights on regional development. The expanding membership of SERP-P is a source of motivation for PIDS to continue providing this service of linking various government agencies and academic and research entities to make development information free and accessible to all. At the same time, we hope that through this online facility, we can remain of service to all of you in disseminating your knowledge resources to enhance our individual and collective development impacts. So on behalf of PIDS, I'd like to express my sincerest appreciation to NEDA Mimaropa for deciding to be part of the SERP-P network. As an attached agency of the NEDA family, this partnership with NEDA Mimaropa means a lot to PIDS. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Sel. So at this point, we will now proceed with the signing of a virtual signing. And Zeki, could you please unshare the slide? And I now give the floor to Gwen to guide us in the photo opportunity. Gwen?
Thank you, Ma'am Sheila. So let us now witness the signing of the SERP-P collaboration between PIDS and NEDA Mimaropa. The principal signatories are Dr. Celia Reyes, PIDS President, and Mr. Agustin Mendoza, Regional Director of NEDA Mimaropa, to be represented by OIC Assistant Regional Director, Mr. Bernardino Atienza Jr. You may now sign the agreement, Dr. Reyes and ARD Atienza. Okay, now the witnesses will sign. The witness for PIDS is Dr. Sheila Shar, SERP-P Project Manager, and for NEDA Mimaropa also OIC Assistant Regional Director Atienza. You may now sign the agreement. The agreement is now sealed. I now invite the principal signatories for a photo opportunity. So for this part po, may I request Dr. Reyes and ARD Atienza to please turn on your videos. And please pose with the signed agreement over your left shoulder. Is ARD here po? Okay. Okay, so please pose. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. For our second photo, I invite the principal signatories and the witness to please pose with the signed agreement over your left shoulder. All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. For our last photo, I invite everyone to please turn on your videos. For the principal signatories and witnesses, kindly retain your pose. So, turn on na lang po natin. Okay, just waiting for the others. Medyo madami-dami po ulit ito. Okay, so 4 batches po dito. So please put on your best smile. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the next batch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Third batch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, I guess that's it. Back to you, Dr. Shar.
Thank you very much, Gwen. Okay, so at this point, may we hear the response of NEDA Mimaropa, represented today by OIC Assistant Director Bernardino Atienza. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po.
Is my audio clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear. We can hear you well.
Okay. In behalf of Director Agustin Mendoza, who is presently conducting field monitoring in Mindoro due to for an immediate field visit in the areas affected by heavy rains in Mindoro. So may I read in behalf of Director Mendoza the message of NEDA Mimaropa? So, good afternoon po ulit, ano? So, I am delighted to have taken part of signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the National Economic and Development Authority, Mimaropa, and the Philippine Institute for Development Studies Socioeconomic Research Portal for the Philippines, or PAIDS SERP. NEDA Mimaropa recognized the SERP-P is the country's first electronic repository of policy research and information that capitalizes on the research networking. Users of SERP-P can access socioeconomic materials in various formats, which can be easily disseminated to partner institutions, the academe, and to the general public. Thank you, PIDS, Director Celia Reyes, for accepting our request to become an institutional member of the SERP-P. Our partnership with SERP-P will strengthen our efforts on public dissemination of relevant information to the region, such as analysis of various programs and projects. In turn, we at NEDA Mimaropa will continue to formulate regional development plans, policy studies, and other key information based on knowledge that other SERP-P partner institutions generously provide. We shall be the proof that knowledge is indeed power. Rest assured that through this partnership, we will do our part in contributing to the PIDSRP mandate of providing common link between the government and the research institutions and of establishing a repository of socioeconomic research information. Through the signing of this MOA, we look forward to the successful partnership with you in the coming years. And mabuhay po tayong lahat. Good afternoon po at mabuhay ulit.
Maraming salamat po, OIC Assistant Director Bernardino Atienza. And please send our sincerest regards po to RD Mendoza at mag-ingat po kayo dyan. Okay, so at this point, we now go to the next item in our agenda, which is other matters. And I would like to give the floor to Seki for some reminders, particularly about the orientation sessions. Zeki?
Hello po, good afternoon. Thank you, Ms. Sheila. I would like to remind everyone, if you're interested po to schedule for a reorientation, just email me and Ms. Sheila, and then expect in the next few weeks, expect an email from us. If hindi po kayo mag-message sa amin, kami po ang mag-i-email sa inyo to schedule for a reorientation, especially to the newbies. And also, if there are changes with the SERP-P representatives, please inform us po para po ma-update po namin yung database and ma-update po namin yung contact details nyo. Maraming salamat po. Ms. Sheila?
Thank you very much, Zeki. And as suggested by most of you, I think this was particularly a suggestion of Group 2. We can schedule group orientations, so it need not be one-on-one session. So to make more efficient use of our time, pwede kasi tayong group reorientation sessions. And I just realized now na ang dami natin mga new SERP-P coordinators, no? Kasi what we did at the beginning of the year, particularly when Zeki came, kasi nga for 7 months wala akong kasamahan sa project, no? So the first thing that we did when Zeki came was to update our database, no? And that's when we realized na madami na palang bagong coordinators. So we emailed each of you, and then we asked for the names of the new SERP-P coordinators. And so we know how hard it is being new in a project. Walang hindi masyadong alam kung ano yung what the project is all about, and then how to yung mga uploading of the materials, how to use the CMS. So don't worry kasi nandito kami and we can always guide you and we can always assist you. And one of the things nga pala na may maganda akong suggestion na nakita sa chat box and coming up with a tutorial video presentation on how to use the CMS. That is a very good suggestion, sir, and we will certainly consider that. Another reminder that we would like to another reminder po about our network is yun pong ating mga memorandum of understanding or memorandum of agreement. Marami pa po kasing mga members na wala pong hindi pa po natin na-formalize yung ating collaboration. Okay, and we hope na mas ma-formalize po natin ito by signing a memorandum of understanding with PIDS. Kasi formalizing the agreement is a good way to strengthen the partnership. So we will get in touch once again with the SERP-P partners with no MOU yet, and we look forward to the your positive response, of course, in consultation po with your principals. Okay. So at this point, I open the floor for questions. Baka po meron kayong gustong itanong, gusto po yung i-clarify sa amin before we finally close this meeting. This is, meron po bang mga katanungan? Okay. Mukhang wala, no? So basta po, you may not have questions at this point, or baka wala pa po kayong naiisip, but feel free to email us anytime ang SERP-P team. Okay. Okay, just to, I will no longer repeat what was said before, yung mga nakuha natin sa workshop. But one thing that we realize is there's still so much to improve about SERP-P. So much to improve, so much to learn from each other, no? And let's do this more often. Let's do these interactions more often, because it is by, having more frequent interactions like this that we can learn from each other and how to improve our portal, as well as strengthen our collaboration. So let's look forward to more frequent meetings like this, and rest assured that the comments and your suggestions in today's meeting will be considered by the PIDS team, and just keep your ideas coming. And sabi ko nga, wala namang mahirap eh. Anything is possible as long as we continuously cooperate and collaborate. Okay, so at this point, I now give the floor to Dr. Sergio Reyes, our PIDS president, to formally close this event.
Thank you, Sheila. Again, just wanted to thank all of you. I know we've been together for the whole day, because most of you also attended the webinar this morning. So we really appreciate all your active participation in the SERP-P network. So we're looking forward to towards implementing many of the ideas that you have identified today. And of course, we can only implement this with your support, with your active participation. Sabi nga ni Sheila, we're just here to facilitate. But nevertheless, I think we can assure you that to the extent that we can implement most of the ideas that you have suggested today, we will do so with your support. So we're looking forward to also to more frequent meetings with you, kahit virtual, and also perhaps organizing regional, I've seen another suggestion in the list, regional webinars and other dissemination activities. So we're more than willing to do that. I'm committing, Sheila, although alam nyo, maliit lang yung team nila, but they have been very, very efficient and active. So I'm sure they can do all of the suggestions. So maraming salamat ulit. Thank you,
At
Sheila.
maraming salamat din, Ma'am Sel, for your support sa SERP-P, for your support sa ating research information, dissemination efforts. And to finally close this meeting, can we see each other on the video, and let's,
wave.
Wave. Pwede ba yan? Pwede bang i-open natin yung video natin? Wave tayo. Bye, everyone! Ingat po tayo lahat.
Salamat po.
Maraming salamat.
Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, everyone. Nice meeting you all.
Nice
meeting
you all.
Meeting you all.
Let's have more kumustahan.
Looking forward to the next one.
Yes, ma'am. Looking forward to that. Mabuhay po kayo. Thank you. God bless.
Salamat po. Bye-bye.
Salamat. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, sir.